Dear friends, welcome back to my channel. Wish you all happy Independence Day today. And today I will talk about fundamental rights of the Constitution of India, जिसे हम मौलिक अधिकार के नाम से जानते हैं. Now let's start. India is a vast country with people of different religions and castes. Here we have people from different economic backgrounds, rich, poor and middle classes. Our constitution accepts all our religions and people and gives them equal fundamental rights. The fundamental rights in India, enshrined in Part 3, Article 12 to 35 of the Constitution of India, guarantees civil liberties such as all Indians can lead their lives in peace and harmony as citizens of India. These rights are known as fundamental as they are most essential for all-round development of the civilians of country, that they have their respect and dignity in equal terms. The fundamental rights are defined as basic human freedoms which every Indian citizen has the right to enjoy for a proper and harmonious development of personality. These rights universally apply to all citizens irrespective of race, place of birth, religion, caste, creed, color or gender. They are enforceable by the courts but subject to certain restrictions. The rights have their origin in many sources including England's Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights and France's Declaration of the Rights of Men. In Kesavananda Bharati's case, in Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala 1973, it was held by the Supreme Court that fundamental rights can be amended by the Parliament. However, such development shouldn't be contravene the basic structure of the Constitution, and the theme of the fundamental rights should not be destroyed. Part 3 of the Constitution of India is described as the Magna Carta of India. It contains a very long and comprehensive list of justiciable fundamental rights. In fact, the fundamental rights in our Constitution are more elaborate than those found in the Constitution of any other country in the world, including the USA. Magna Carta is the Charter of Rights issued by King John of England in 15 June. This is the first written document relating to the fundamental rights of citizens. Basically, our Constitution gave us 7 fundamental rights. These are right to equality, Article 14 to 18, right to freedom, Article 19 to 22, right against exploitation, Article 23 to 24, right to freedom of religion, Article 25 to 28, right to education and culture, Article 29 to 30, right to property, Article 31, which was removed, Article 31, right to property, removed from fundamental right and was made a legal right in 1978 by the 44th Amendment of the Constitution of India. In Kesavananda Bharati's case, the Supreme Court has ruled that all provisions of the Constitution, including parliamental rights, can be amended. However, the Parliament cannot alter the basic structure of the Constitution. Now let's start from right to equality. Right to equality is an important and meaningful right provided in Article 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18 of the Constitution of India. It is the principal foundation of all our rights and liberties and guarantees equality before law, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth, equality of opportunity in matters of public employment, abolition of untouchability, abolition of titles. Right to freedom. Article 19 to 22 deals with right to freedom. The Constitution of India contains the right to freedom in Article 19, 20, 21, 22 with a view to guaranteeing individual rights that were considered vital by the framers of the Constitution. It is a group of 4 main laws These are right to freedom of speech and expression, right to form associations or unions, right to move freely throughout the territory of India, and right to assemble peacefully and without arms, the right to practice any profession and to carry any occupation, trade or business. Right to freedom is the principal foundation of all other rights and liberties. Article 20 of the Indian Constitution guarantees protection in respect of conviction for offences, and Article 21 guarantees life and personal liberty, protection of life or personal liberty, right to education, right to health, right to environment, right to shelter, right to privacy, right to speedy trial, right to legal aid, right of the prisoners, right against cruelty and unusual punishment, right not to be subject of bonded labor, right to travel abroad, right against solitary confinement, right to free and compulsory education for all children of the age of 6 to 14 years. Now Article 22. Article 22 regarding protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. Right to information, RTI. Right to information is given. The state is a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 19 Clause 1 of the Constitution in 2005. Article 19 Clause 1 deals with under which every citizen has freedom of speech and expression and have right to know how the government works, what role does it play, what are its functions, and so on. Rights against exploitation, Article 23 to 24. The right against exploitation given in Article 23 and 24 of the Constitution provides two provisions: prohibition of traffic in human rights and prohibition of forced labor. Article 24, prohibition of employment of children in factories. Right to freedom of religion, Article 25 to 28. The objective of this right is to sustain the principle of secularism in India. It provides religious freedoms to all citizens of India: freedom, equality, and secularism. Freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. Article 26, freedom to manage religious affairs, freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion. Article 28 of the Constitution provides freedom as to attendance at religious institutions or religious worships in certain educational institutions. Article 29 provides right of the protection of minorities. Protect the culture and language of the minorities. Article 30 of the Indian Constitution provides right of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions. Article 32, right to constitutional remedy. This article empowers the citizens to move a court of law in case of any denial of the fundamental rights. Article 32 to 35 provides right to move to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of the rights or any denial of fundamental rights, including the writs. Understanding the rights of fundamental rights, it is important to understand the nature of fundamental rights and why they are important. The fundamental rights together is a weapon in the hands of the citizens to protect themselves from any abuse of power of the state. These rights act as a check on the powers of the government. The idea of the fundamental right is to protect the liberties and freedoms of all the citizens against any invasion by the state and prevent the establishment of authoritarian and dictatorial rule in the country. They are very essential for the all-round development of individuals and the country. Dear friends,